What's going on there, Ustream? This is Terrence with TrimTech Computers. Just doing a little follow-up broadcast to the Windows series that's going to be for the Windows 7 operating system. Now, I had a chance to test it out a little bit earlier today. I did a live broadcast, and we actually got some pretty good results. We found some new features on there that's going to help you to shield or protect yourself online from these crazy websites that are out there. Basically, you're able to what's called filter your private data or filter your tracking. So there's some sites out there that will track to see that you've been to this site and with their ad, and it'll see if you go into another site that may have an ad of theirs or a neighboring company, a neighboring ad, and they'll kind of track and see where you've been and see what your habits are and target things to you. So let's say, for a bad instance, unfortunately, if you go to a site and it happens to be to the wrong site where you see some not so family-friendly advertisements by any chance, and then it covertly puts on a tracking cookie to your computer, and you go to a neighboring site and that neighboring site has an affiliation with that ad or that particular provider, they'll pretty much try to give you even more, and then give you even more, and so forth and so forth. So it's not going to be a very good thing for you if it's an accident situation or even if it's a purpose situation. You don't want anybody tracking your movements online. So you want to be able to kind of go to your sites and not have to worry about anything, and in respect of people knowing where you went to, what you like to look at, and things like that. It kind of get annoying if you get those pop-up ads and all the type of things. Now, I know we've all had the pop-up ad situation before, but the best defense against something like that is going to be definitely a spyware blocker and also a firewall. Now, spyware blocker, basically, that's going to help you to keep things off your computer long term. It'll run its scans just like antivirus on a regular basis and keep you pretty much as clean as possible. There's always going to be something on your computer you're not too familiar with, you don't want, but at the same time, you want to be able to get it cleaned off as soon as possible for long-term protection, of course. Now, with Windows 7, like I said, it has the internet kind of a filter, and also has a where you can actually clean up your browser history and also your cache a whole lot easier. So therefore, whenever you're on the actual web and you say, okay, fine, I'm about to sign off now, you're able to, hold on a second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a quick phone call from the wife. Anyway, basically what's going to happen is you're going to have the ability to block your browser, clean your browser history and clean it up a little bit so you don't have to worry about much, as well as keep a little bit more privacy in respect of your internet browsing for those kind of iffy websites if you come across them. But all in all, the user interface is very good. The installation process is pretty, is much more easier than the previous versions. If you've ever installed a Windows operating system, which I know a lot of you may have, from 98 up to Windows XP, XP Professional, or Windows 2000, you're going to have a much more smoother interface in respect of installing. Reason being, you're going to have it where you have a graphical user interface, a GUI, a GUI as the short term, where you're going to see that throughout the entire process, literally about 99.9%. When you first put in that CD and it goes to start up, looks for the boot CD, you find it, you hit the space bar to get it started, whatever you have to do. First thing it's going to say, do you want to install Windows 7 Ultimate? You just have to enter, can't even talk, you just have to hit enter, and then once you hit enter, it'll go through the actual graphical user interface GUI, and then you'll see the actual pretty display where Windows is looking all nice and says, checking your configuration, then also doing the file downloads or anything like that. And basically, you just kind of sit back and relax. You don't see no little kind of splash screens or anything like that like you used to. You'll see just a smooth step-by-step process. You might restart once or twice, and then once you've gotten through that process, you're going to enter in what time zone. You're going to see what you're going to have to enter in your product key as well, just like you would normally do for any kind of installation such as this. And then once you've done that, you're basically ready to go. It'll take you to your usernames and so forth, at least in this version. This is the beta version, so when you get to the full production version, it might be a little bit more intricate in respect of showing you different things and a little bit more of a setup process and things like that. But if they don't change it, I wouldn't be mad. It'd be a good thing. It keeps it real smooth, real easy. You don't have to worry about anything in respect of having to go through like a lot of different hoops just to set up your computer. So everything was basically done very, very well in this respect for the actual the beta version. It is good through basically next year, so you will have some time to use it, try it out. Like I said before, if you're going to download this from the actual Microsoft website, please do not install it on your very own personal sole primary computer. I cannot stress this enough. The reason I say that is because if you do happen to use it for the period of a year, and all of a sudden you need to actually do something important, and all of a sudden the computer's not working, you don't have access to your data. And that's not going to be a good thing. What I want you to try and do is if you have a spare computer or one of those old computers that you haven't used for a while and you want to try it on that machine, go ahead, go to the Windows site, Microsoft.com, do a search for Windows 7. You'll be able to find that download page very easily, I'm sure. Once you download it, you'll have to put it onto a DVD. It's about 2.5 gigs of space there. Once you put that onto your DVD, you're going to have to burn it to a DVD, of course, not just copy and paste it. It is going to be in the ISO format to have you set it up on a DVD. Once you get it there, you pop it into that old machine or that old laptop. You should be fine in handling the installation of it because it's very simple and it's not too cumbersome. Now, your hard drive space will have to be kind of, it can't be just a 10 gig. Excuse me a second. Alright, just have to close the window real quick. My neighbor's about to mow his lawn in case you do hear it. Anyway, so once you get it downloaded, put it onto the DVD, and then you'll get to try it out. Now, I want you to try it out if you have that spare machine. For those tech enthusiasts like myself, I want you to try it out. Give me your feedback. Go to trimtechcomputers@gmail.com and just email me there. Or go to trimtechcomputers.blogspot.com. You can leave me a comment on there, or just drop me a comment here on Ustream. I'll be happy to hear back from you. Let me know what you think of the videos, what you might want to talk about, and I'll be happy to try it out and see what's going on for you. Well, Ustream family, peace, have a good one, and don't forget, power up your life with TrimTech Computers. Have a